Hello, 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 Penny Pudge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator coming to you live from um, windy Wyoming. I don't know if it's that windy, but it sounded good. It is 8:30 a.m. on April 3rd, 2025. So, hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're doing good. Welcome in, welcome in. Come and join us. We're going to continue with the patchwork looking journal. And let me just get to this. Nope, I want. Hang on, hang on. I'll be right back. Tammy, how you doing? You hanging in there? Okay. That's weird. I don't want that. Okay. Yeah, hanging in there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start. Just don't forget all the things that Tammy posted in my first video this morning. Go back and look at it and join those groups. All right, right now, what we're going to do, this is a fabric one. We are going to make at least the cover of the journal, but we're going to use Stampin' Up paper. So, and yes, it's upside down, sorry. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do this very easy technique that I first seen with Patty Lang's Sacred Mementos. So what I have chosen, which I've worked with before here, is Floral Delight. It's 12 by 12 designer series paper from Stampin' Up. It is number 164700. And hang on, I will find you the page number. Oops. And I think this was, hang on. Sorry, I should have been more prepared. I apologize. I am never as prepared as I want to be. Okay, it must be in the mini catalog. I'm blurry. Hang on. I'm on Ustream. Let me get over here. Okay, I am live. We are going to, and then there's some important information I need to relay to you. I think it's because yes, I am blurry. I have all this other stuff here. Let me move it. Let's try just that and see if that helps. So that is in the mini catalog. On page 35. Right here. It's still a little blurry. We'll fix it, Tam. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut this. So I need 2-inch strips. The way you do this, you use the tape. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. I get it from Amazon. It's a double stick tape, and it goes really quick. This is like one of the easiest projects for making a junk journal cover. Now, I just want to tell you, this one that I'm doing right now is 11 by 8.5. I made it out of a cardboard remnant type thing that I get at Costco in between their toilet paper layers. I just asked for it and they tell me yes, you can have it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these at 2-inch strips. Although I don't like that. Hang on. We'll do it this way. So this is double-sided paper. Okay. This is double-sided paper. So I'm going to cut 2 strips that are 12 inches, and normally I would just do like 11 3/4, but we're just going to use this. Paper is not straight. Okay. There. Let me see what this one's less. That's kind of weird. Hopefully this will work. We'll see. Okay, this one I'm not keeping. So it's double-sided. See there? So we get to use both. Oh my goodness. Okay. And let's do a couple more. That one I just did. We don't want it. Well, let's give it some. Is it better for you now, Tammy? Okay, all my information is down below in the description box. If you're going to order, you need to order soon. Stampin' Up is changing their rewards program starting the 15th of this month. It's been in the works. I wasn't sure when I could release that information. I have not kept up on it very well as to exactly what's going to happen. But prices for Paper Pumpkin will go up that day. So if you like Paper Pumpkin, you can do it. I say 6 months. Say you can do it for 6 months, and the price should remain what it is for you. It can also, so they're having a Stampin' Rewards program, so it's 10%, but you have to at least have a $20 minimum. It will go directly for you to be spent on a future order. So I don't know all the particulars. I apologize. I will, and I know that's coming up very quickly, but probably next week I'll cover more of that. And we will get it all figured out. I do have an open party. It's the code that's in the description box. So if you do order, please use that. I have put some of my customers on automatically. You will get a new catalog before it comes, before you can order out of it, hopefully. So I think May 3rd is the first day to order. It varies place to place. So, hey Jill, lurking in chat. Okay, so now I'm just cutting my strips. So I cut 2-inch strips. Now I am going to cut a couple of these at 3 inches. So this is the most time consuming part. Now I'm going to cut some at 2.5. No, I'm going to cut these at 2. Because we want a patchwork effect on this. Right? Okay. So there's those. The opposite of that was this one. So let me go ahead and cut them. So what I usually do is just go ahead and set them up by me here. So we'll just do, let's do some at 2 3/4 of these. So like I said, you can just cut it however you want. And I'm going to do, usually 2 is the smallest I cut it. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm even going to do 1. No. Let's see. This is 4. So let's do 2. I usually don't cut. I'm going to do 1 at 1 1/4. There. Okay. And then I just stack it according to length. Okay. I have to sit. Sorry. Lurking and working. That's what you need to do, right? Yeah. And we're supposed to get a storm. They keep changing the weather. It's crazy. And the one thing we didn't pray for this morning were all the people affected by tornadoes. Devastating. Okay, these I'm cutting at 2. I think the first one I cut at 3. Okay, so I need, where is it? I need this one. Yes. So this is 2-sided paper. I'm going to do a couple 2.5. This is 2-sided paper, and so I'm just going to use one side and then the other side. Then I'm going to cut 1 3-inch, and then the rest I'll do in 2 inches. We want to keep it so it looks like a patchwork. And it doesn't have to be precise. Nothing precise about this, okay? So 1 2 3 4. Cutting a couple 3 inches. And then some 2.5. No, I want, just do it 2. So I'm trying to remember if I even have done a paper one. Okay, brown. So it's this one. And my edges are kind of raggedy, which I am fine with. Can you see that? I'm about ready to, no, you can't see that. Sorry. Sorry, I'm going clear out of, why am I so blurry? Yeah, now you can see it. There you go. Yeah, I don't remember if I have done paper before. I've done lots of fabric ones. And actually, whoops, actually cutting, yeah, that one's little. I'll only use that if I really need to. Okay, so I'm going to have 1 2 3 4 5. Maybe we're going to do more. We're going to just really make it patchworky. So what I have done is I have set everything off to the side here. You can kind of see it a little bit. And if you want it to go quicker, you cut bigger strips. That's all there is to it. So, and so this one I cut 2.5. Now this one I am just, it is 3.5. I'm just cutting it in half. And that's shorter than I usually use. Whoops, that was not straight. Maybe it was. Okay. Like I said, this is the most time-consuming part, is this. Then after this, everything just goes quickly. Now, I've never done one where I've used this many choices. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. These I'm just cutting in 2. I cut 2, 3, and then 3 2-inch. Okay, let's move this out of the way. I'll grab my tape. This is very, very strong sticky tape, okay? Double-sided. But you will peel off the back. I'm going to get, this is from my snowman. All right. So then, this, I start here. I'm going to just go on down the line. And I'm sorry you can't see it that well. Here, we'll do it. We'll do it sideways. So this is 2-inch tape. I cut these at 2 inches. And with paper, there's not going to be any forgiveness. I'm not going to be able to pick it up and move it. Okay, now let's try to, and I am going to try to overlap it still a little bit like I do with my, so this part, just barely overlap it. I am trying to, if it's a directional, which this one really isn't. Okay, let's go on down to, let's do one of these. I can see already it's not near as forgiving. The cloth is not nearly as forgiving as, or the paper is not nearly as forgiving as cloth, where I can pick it up and move it. Yeah, see right here, but I'm fine. We're fine. We're going to overlap there too. So so it takes about, so these are 12-inch strips, but let's just say 11 times 10. So what is that? 110 inches? Okay, now I'm going down and grabbing another one. You can't see it too well. Move that out of my way. So Stampin' Up! Paper is really good quality paper. So you see I am lifting it, but there. Okay. Okay, this goes over here. I did that one. I did that one. So let's just go with the green here. And that one's not cut straight. See, I didn't think it would be. So now if this bothers you, see the white on that? Sorry. Yeah, the fabric ones were fun. Oops, I just cut with my fabric scissors. Shame on me. But if that bothers you, I suppose you could go in and ink all your edges. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Okay, so far I've used one of everything. And this paper really isn't directional, so I'm not worrying about it. Okay. So let's go with this. This one's really bad. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I don't like that one with it. I really wished I had some blue. Okay, so now we're just grabbing and going. I have no idea. Okay. I just want this on here. Let's do one of these. Okay, so I usually don't work. Sorry, I'm blurry again. I just need a piece of white paper, I think. Let's see if that helps. Oh, yeah, much better, huh? Okay. I usually work this way because the way I'm going this way so you guys can see is the fact what's happening is see how I stick to it? Oops. I want green. I want a green right here. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that, huh, Tam? Oh, I gotta pay more attention. Yeah, so that is why I go in front of me instead of to the side. I'm Okay, I want a long piece. Nope, not that one. Let's try this one. There. And actually, you know how they do? I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm going to take all of these. I mixed them all up now. There's a quilt they used to make that was like a mystery quilt? No, I don't know. But they just took all their pieces like this and mixed them up. And that's what we're doing. And I can use either side. Either side I want to. Whatever I think looks pretty. Jilly, I hope you got to sleep in and be rested this morning. So I'm just grabbing, guys. I'm sitting down for a minute, but I can't because I get off of the tape when I do that. Do I think we need a color? Or I mean just a solid. Now, some of the other ideas you could emboss, use embossed papers. What? How about, yes, we'll do this. There's so many you could do on this. Okay, Penny, you're just going to grab, remember? So how many strips did I cut? I don't even remember now. Sometimes when I grab, it just doesn't work out for me. Sorry, I don't want that one. I do want this one, though. I'm just trimming off that ragged edge. Now, this is a short piece here. So, Tammy, you just going to rest today? I hope so. All right, I want to show you guys something. See this right here? I put it up too far. What we'll do when we get it on the book, if that's not sticking down, we will put a little bit of glue under that, Tombow glue. Okay, so then what I do with this end, with fabric, I can really roll it. I'm finding, look at, it's not as easy to roll. So here in a minute, I'm going to cut a piece and go ahead and put it on my, what I love about creating is you learn new things all the time, right? So this is what I have left now. I am going to go in and cut this. I think I will still cut it. You can't see this, but I have a cutting board underneath this. And I am going to cut it at 12 because that's right at that, where those two come together. So I'm just going to cut it there. Okay. Now you start in the middle and I start on the top. What I want to do is use my roller here and just make sure I have everything down good. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome to jump in. Tammy could yell at me. I am resting today. So far, this is the worst day. So hopefully getting over the stage of being sick and going on to improving. I know, Tammy, I was so disappointed when you ended up sick. Mostly because it hurts me to see you sick. But the other thing, I was looking forward to us hanging out together. Okay, so you see I just lifted up with the Stampin' Up pick tool. And now, look at here. We have two sides, right? So this is what's going to be fun. This, oh no, we have to use that side, right? Because it's the one with the glue. Now, what I do is turn this way. It's easier for me to work. I don't start on one end. What I do is just come over the middle of that and make sure I have, okay. Now I could have, right here, I could have, oh, see what I just did? I rolled it onto my paper, but we can fix that. I'm just going to put glue on those ends and fold it under. After I tear off the paper, I'm going to go like this, just so that I don't want this to stick on the edges now. There, okay. I think now we'll put a little bit right here. I use Tombow. Stampin' Up does have this also. Yeah, for you to come in, please pray for Tammy to start feeling better. Her and her husband have been sick. Okay, where's the one I just used this morning? Right there. Sometimes you have to stick a pin down in there. So we're just going to use this. Whoops, way too much, Penny. Okay, that's just because I stuck it to this paper, not thinking. Okay. I got glue in my hand. Okay, now I'm just going to gently wrap this over here and hold it. Okay, I'm just wiping the excess glue off her now. Okay, so now we'll wrap this one around. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead, let's roll it down. Okay. So there are big changes coming to Stampin' Up. If you do want to order, I'd say by just the 10th. Let's get it done. I'll close that party out. The one that has the code here. And pennypudge.stampingup is my website. It's open 24/7. All right, there. Ready. All right, now let's go ahead and do another one. So this is what we do now, is we take this and lay it. Okay, so you see right here, I don't like this because those two are too much the same, and I'm going for a patchwork look. So it's the same over here. So then what we do is we turn it. Oh yeah, so that one is pretty. See there? That one will work. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let me go down. I have my coffee here. I don't want to spill it. So this one's going to be cut right about 12 inches too. And all my others I was cutting at 11 3/4, but this is just a little bit different. Okay. Oops, I said this side. Did I? It doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same. And I'm using my pick a tool. Taking that off. And this part right here, yeah, hang on, will probably just be folded under. Yeah, not all of it. So now I'm going to barely overlap this. And this 2-inch works very well for this size of, phew, I didn't do it. Works very well for this size of journal. Okay, now I'm going to turn it over. So the reason we do this is because then on the inside, this will be covered up. Let me show you what I've done with fabric. So this is my inside. So see, my strips are covering it up. And with this, I started on an edge so that I could make sure all those were covered. I didn't have to trim anything off. And then I did this edge, same thing. So those are done. And then you can do it either way. Then I think I went to the center one and then covered the middle. Yeah, I did that on both. Okay. Let's go ahead. I have enough for another one of these. Okay, that will work there. Right? I'm just going to head and cut it right here at the seam. I'm finding that's working a lot better with this paper. That was a team effort, huh, Tam? Working on the paper one. Okay. Is this where I want it? Or is this where I want it? I think I like it on this side better. So that'll work. We'll just do it on this side because what I want to show you, I showed it in my earlier video, but I want to just go ahead and show you. I think I can just peel this off here or not. How I miter the edges. Okay. All right, I'm moving that so I don't stick this down. Now, I'm just going to barely overlap. Just so I think the fabric is a lot more flexible, but this gives you more variety, right? This is a Stampin' Up product. This is an old one. Yeah, don't do what I'm doing, please. There. I'm glad I moved the paper. So this is what it's looking like on this side. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and miter my corners. But if you have a lot of fabric or paper that you, so I'm going to trim this off. I don't need that much of it. And this stuff's sticky, you guys. I mean, like super sticky. Okay, and then I just kind of do. Okay, I just kind of do a curvy and don't go clear to the edge. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and trim this side off a little. I want enough so it'll go in and I can cover it with my inside one. Okay, and then just curve it. Okay, now I'm going to fold. I'm going to fold this up, press it really hard against the board, and then we're going to fold this one up. I hope you guys can see okay. Okay. There are new kits, online exclusives out. There is also more things added to the last chance list in Stampin' Up. So if you're interested, so I'm just going to kind of fold this so it gives it a little bit of, okay, I'm going to make sure it's flat. And then okay, and anytime you don't feel like it's sticking like it should, just use some tape, not tape, glue, a wet glue. I use the Tombow green. Okay. There we are so far. I really like that. Sorry. Go away, glare. Blurriness. Oh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, I think that's all we're going to do. And I will finish this. I'm going to leave it out so I can finish it. I hope I have some pretty yellow papers. That would be really nice. Oh, I have onion skin paper I could use. And then what I can do also is just distress the edges a little bit. And that will be nice. Hopefully I'll get this done to take to work tomorrow. I thank everybody for being here. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask. So I have another one here ready. And this is working better doing it this way. Doing it this way as far as with the paper goes. Okay. With the fabric, like I said, this was nothing to do with Stampin' Up. But with fabric I just roll it. I do it and roll it. Like, say you're watching TV or something. Yeah, then you can just do it anytime. With the paper, I feel like there's more of a tendency to go ahead and just do it, right? Okay, now that one I don't especially like there, but it would work. But let's turn it this way. So that's what's nice about this. You can turn it any way you want. I like that least. So I could put up with this one. Oh, well, let's try it up here. And then I would waste some, but it's okay. There's that one. Let's go over here. No, I think we will cut this one at 12. I think we'll cut this one. I don't mind that one. There's just a little bit that touches because I want the real patchworky look. We'll cut this one at 12 and set it aside and then add some more to it. Sorry, I'm so blurry. And see. Okay, so just a couple things if you're doing it with paper. Overlap a tiny bit, not much. Okay. When you're cutting, I would suggest you go ahead to a joint and cut because this doesn't want to fold that easily. So go to a joint where you've come to meet them. Like here, I would cut it here. Then I'll have to trim some off, but it's so much easier. Okay. And then you've seen how I wrapped this around. When you start on your inside, you start on the edges. Like I would start here. So I make sure I'm covering all that up and I don't have to wrap it around. Okay. Then I do the other edge. Then I do the center and then lay those last two on top of all that. Okay. I'm going to go. I appreciate all of you being here. This was really fun. It was something different that we haven't done for Stampin' Up before, so it was really fun. Let me just get this so I can show you the paper. Is called it's right there. Floral Delight Designer Series paper. And I want to come this way a little bit more. And I'm going to go. I hear my husband up there. Go see what his plans are for the day. No, I did that wrong. It goes this way. So we'll see what his plans are. And as much as I dislike it, I might have to go to the grocery store today. We'll just put my little rock down. Thank you guys for being here. If you come back in on the replay, have any questions, please go ahead and ask it, and I will try to get back and answer them. If you have any orders, there's a host code for March, BUNKP7FS. It's in the description box. Thank you, Tammy, for being here. Go get some rest. I will tell Jim hello. You tell Robert hello. And be a blessing. To someone today. Bye-bye for now. See ya.